Thank you. So the world is on the brink of war or whatever, and naturally, people are scared and stuff because the government is easily offended, and depending on what you say or how you say it, you could end up guest starring in a public execution. This is some really scary stuff, and in order to keep everything under control, the government starts making a series of propaganda commercials to scare the people out of being scared. This boosts up both morale and the military membership numbers too. At first, the main character is like, war? What is it good for? And doesn't want to have anything to do with the movement. But then there's a terrorist attack on the main character's hometown, and now he or she kind of doesn't even have a choice in the matter.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
Of course they do. So everybody changes to channel 7 and it's dead bodies all over the place. Propaganda or not, if you are on the fence on which side is right or wrong, you and the audience automatically side with the good guys once you see what the bad guys are capable of. But for a moment, let's put the war stuff on hold since this is a movie about love and war. There's this chick and she's got 2 guys fighting over her. She locks both of the dudes in the friend zone and throws away the key. The girl's in an open virtual relationship with one guy where all they do is flirt behind TV screens. And she occasionally flirts with one of her coworkers, but mostly uses him to save the other friend zone dude when he's in trouble. But whatever. Back to the war part. I'm a big fan of the whole David versus Goliath storyline, but stuff like that only happens in the Bible or the Lord of the Rings movies. In real life, you need chemistry, skill, and training to defeat your opponents. These guys have none of the above. The chemistry part is a no-go because in the cafeteria scenes, they don't even eat together. Plus, you could tell they all have little cliques when they're chilling in the bunk bed areas, so I don't even think they even like each other like that. I'm not saying they have no chance whatsoever, because in the hospital scene, you already start getting the feeling that these guys are in over their heads, and no amount of training could even up the odds against the bad guys. They're way too commercial to be fighting for truth and justice. Some of them seem like the type when you're in the middle of a battle and need some backup, they'd mess it up because they're trying to record your beatdown for World Star. I don't blame them, I blame their training. Side note, when it comes to training, the only time it's okay to skip lag day is when you don't have any legs to begin with. But still, there's a part where the heroes are training and getting their target practice together. After all that practice though, the more they try and help people, the more people end up dying. Whoops, my bad. One day the enemy starts bombing the good guys and the alarm goes off, and at first they think it's an earthquake, but it's not, so thank God. But no God, because weapons of mass destructions are far worse than earthquakes. Now it's time to fight fire with fire, so the female leader lady makes a speech, and everybody's motivated, so the good guys rush this compound base, and prayers out to the family of the good guys with no lines. After that, the 2 lovebirds are trying to communicate, but they start getting static until the signal is lost. T-Mobile, bro. A small team volunteers for a rescue mission for the main character's love interest. They move way too slow, and because of it, the bad guys are able to use this brainwashing tactic on the friend zone guy, but they do manage to save the target though and get out of dodge. And all the soldiers do that slow clap thing from Not Another Teen Movie, and it builds up into a cheer and whatnot, and then the end basically, because the movie ends on a cliffhanger. Those are 24 reasons these movies are the same.
But not so fast there, Couch. I think you've forgotten a couple of reasons.
For one, Couch Tomato never forgets anything, homie. It's sort of like a rule. I never go over 24 reasons unless it's an emergency.
Well, luckily for you, I don't play by the rules. Both of these movies were adapted from the popular book series. Secondly, they were both released around about the same time. One of the reasons that these movies are similar is also the reason why a lot of movies based off books are similar. 11 out of the 18 top movies of the month of November from 97 to 2014 have all been novel adaptations. There's just something about the month of November that attracts book movies. Next, we always hear how cinema is allergic to strong female leads, but it's not the case here, as the female lead shoots up the military rankings much quicker than does her male counterparts. And since the movie does such a good job with its representation of female characters, you forgive it for its lack of concern about cruelty to animals. Just one PSA at a time, folks. Also, with all the medical expenses that are paid to treat and heal the main characters, it's mind-boggling how all of the smart people in this movie don't have medical insurance, and all of them have a physical disability of some kind. And I'm done.
Hey, not bad, mate. Those are 30 reasons these movies are the same. You agree? Yes, no, maybe so. If not, politely share your thoughts in the comment section below and click the subscribe button for more 24 reason videos. How about a round of applause for Bandit Incorporated? For those of you who don't know who Bandit Incorporated is, you must be a real nerd. But that's the point though. Bandit Incorporated is a YouTube channel where super duper nerds and film buffs get to get their fix. He offers really cool reviews, funny commentaries, and in-depth WTH-like rants on a lot of TV shows, movies, and characters we've grown to know and love. I took the liberty of providing the link to my favorite video of his, so click the cat in the suit, sit back, and enjoy the accent and tell him I sent you.
Best elevator music I've ever heard.